today that the Mona Lisa is coming to Toronto this summer. Not from Paris, but this is the graffiti artist Banksy's version of Mona Lisa, which is coming direct from the exhibition The Art of Banksy in London. Now this is a return engagement in Toronto for The Art of Banksy. We presented it in 2018 here in Toronto. It was a phenomenal hit. We were virtually sold out over the summer with over 100,000 people in attendance. It was a hot ticket. Everywhere I went in town, people were talking about the show. We would go to Starbucks and they'd be in front of me in line talking about the show. I'd go to a restaurant, the table beside me would be talking about the show. And it really launched Starbucks into the exhibition business. We've taken The Art of Banksy across North America into multiple cities in the US, and it's currently running in London, where it's also been a huge success. We will have over 140 pieces in the exhibit this time around, which is more than double what we had last time. So there's a lot of new pieces that you will see, and I will invite Michelle, our curator, up in a minute to talk about those pieces. But there's a lot of new things to see. It's going to be very exciting. We are going to launch at the end of May. Jessica, what's the exact date? May 29th we'll be opening, and it'll run just for the summer, and then it'll move on to another city. So it's a limited opportunity. It'll be here at Yonge. Michel Bersma has been a fantastic partner. He phoned me up, or he emailed me in the middle of the night 6 years ago, and said, hey, I've heard of you, and would you be interested in helping us with The Art of Banksy in Toronto? And to his surprise, I was up in the middle of the night and answered right away. And that's really how this started, as a conversation between me and Michelle. Michelle has been producing the show around the world and curates the show.
Sure. Please.
What's the total value of the collection this time?
You know the answer to that.
I hate talking about one. It's around 35 million, but it's like I said, the collectors we work with, a lot of them have not bought it as an investment, and it's the artwork. So one moment, as soon as there's an auction and the works are, there's another record price, the next morning my inbox is full because everybody wants to up their insurance value. It's around 35 million, but it's in a way, I'm more proud of being able to display a wide variety of Banksy. Like the exhibition at the moment, the way that we're doing it, is we have a timeline in the beginning, not the boring timeline of 1990 and this. No, we do it in art and ephemera, so it really gets you into the world. We've got. I'm trying to nail one thing which would be really special to have, which is the Banksy stencil, which is a stencil with the tag of his name, and we are this close. To having it, and so it shows you how, when you see an artwork appearing on a wall, how it's been created. We take you on that journey. So that's much more important than the value.
So the stencil was an innovation, really, from Banksy to get art on the street quickly.
I'm not sure if it's an innovation, but he realized when he was running away from the police and was hiding underneath a train car that they use stencils to mark the train. And graffiti takes time and gets you arrested. And so a stencil you can prepare. And so, like at the moment in London, we have a flying copper one that he used and a smiley face that he used. And it's quick. You walk up, you do it, and you walk away. The other thing, which is very interesting while working on it over a while, is that these guys would put it into a folder. If the police would come, they would toss it over a hedge, and it would be like 2 days later they would try and find it again, and sometimes it was there, sometimes it wasn't, and it would be gone. Banksy likes to work in the daylight, and so stencils is the other thing is because if you do anything at night, it's suspect. But if you have a high-vis jacket and you have a little fan, then nobody asks questions during the day because you're a the stencil gets you up and quickly out. And yeah. So we're going to be able to show people actual stencil use.
Of all the pieces you're bringing, which is you think is the most impactful or has the most sort of controversy behind it?
Which one is the most controversial? Impactful for me, because it's new. It's Flower Thrower and the new Flower Thrower, the original one, and also Mona Lisa. Most of these works are controversial. Like imagine, like when we were. This is the collection next to the London one, when we were in Regent Street. Our landlord was the king, and you have Queen Vic sitting on someone's face. It's like controversial. But just if you take the original Flower Thrower, and especially see how rough it is, like the image, and then know where it came from, because everybody thinks that Banksy made it up himself. It's not. It's a photograph which was in an anarchy newspaper, and it was staged. The guy who did it wasn't a Palestinian or wasn't a demonstrator. He's a yogi who lives in the Netherlands. He's English, but and so when you dive into that world, for me, there's a lot of story behind that piece, especially when you look at that question mark which he spray painted on the back, and then this little message next to it. Mona Lisa, I like spending time with Mona Lisa. I have to say, one of the privileges when we put the collection together, and that's why when Corey asked me to come back to Toronto, I said, okay, let me talk to the collector and see if we can bring Mona Lisa. Because when you're in the room, and we're going to display her in a prime location, it's a special piece. And I know the image itself is already iconic, but what Banksy has done is really nice, because there's this box inside this box where you've done it, and it's gauze, and it's layered. From every angle you look at it, it's slightly different. So yeah, that's special.
I'll give a shout out to the girl with the red balloon, because that's the image that is probably Banksy's most popular image. And we have how many? 4?
No, 3.
3. We have 3 versions of the girl with the red balloon that will be coming in this exhibit. I know that's going to be popular.
Well, people often don't realize there's colorways, and we're going to show some of the colorways. And we had some colorways in Toronto the first time, but we're going to show them. And what we do now is, luckily, we've got. It's not easy, especially the blue one. We have the red one, the pink one, and the blue one. We're still hunting for the gold one. One exhibition we had the gold one, which was in Sydney, and I'm working with like the printer on trying to see, okay, who has that gold one, because my ambition is, and if it works, then we'll be able to hopefully to do it here, but is to have all four of them in one.
Sorry, why did the celebrity friend give it back to him modified in 2022? How did that happen?
They're very close friends, and I think that the original work was the way it's. I don't have it here. Described on the COA, it basically wasn't finished, and so it was finished in 22, but it hung at his wall for basically the whole period, and then it was returned. So it's now the finished object. So in the COA, you can see this is a finished object. Go and have a look. I think you'll agree with me. It's very special.
The question mark on the back of the original Flower Thrower, does that completely obscure his original message to her, or is there some photographic evidence of what he had originally written?
I hope to be able to show you what is really there, because we have the picture, but we're talking with the former girlfriend about doing it. I can tell you a nice anecdote about this. So on the opening in London, in Regent Street, I had 2.5 girlfriends of Banksy present. Because basically the last year and a half, I had 2 of those medals with I had a former girlfriend off. Which the first time was very exciting. The second time we got, yeah, we have that already. But we had the first one Emma, and she today is selling her works. She was 4 years with Banksy, and she had 4 birthday cards. And if all's well, we're going to be able to show them, not in original form, but we're going to do something with it. But at the opening, I had 2.5 girlfriends. The half girlfriend is a friend of the girlfriend that's now coming with us in Toronto and is going to be involved with this. She bought that work to safeguard it because basically, like she wrote to me, she was fed up with the girlfriend. But while we're there, Emma had brought another friend, which is also an ex-of Banksy. And during the opening, suddenly she said, I also have a flower thrower, but mine isn't green, mine is blue. Okay. When did you get it? And it turned out to be on Valentine's Day, like the other one. And it turned out to be on the same day. So we're standing there, already quite perplexed about this moment with the 4 of us. It was very intimate. And then she said, oh, but mine didn't have a question mark. It had blah, blah, blah. And then the person who owns it now was like, you must be fucking kidding me. Because he gave 2 women the same image, different color, same message. So yeah. So the hunt is not only for the gold balloon, it's also for the blue flower thrower.